In today's world, the internet is like a superpower that changed everything. It gives us education, fun, and a lot more. Imagine a life without the internet. It's tough. But here's the thing. Almost half of the world doesn't have it. Strange, huh? Elon Musk's SpaceX is trying to fix that with Starlink satellites. They want to bring internet to everyone, no matter where they are on Earth. But wait, how does the internet work from space? Can Starlink really change our world? Join us in Superstructures to find out all about it. Starlink, initiated by SpaceX, aims to establish a worldwide broadband network through a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites, ensuring high-speed internet services, particularly beneficial for remote and isolated areas lacking internet access. Starlink utilizes satellite internet technology that has been in existence for many years. Unlike traditional cable methods such as fiber optics, Starlink relies on radio signals transmitted through space. Ground stations send signals to satellites in orbit, which subsequently relay the information to Starlink users on Earth. Starlink's objective is to establish a global low-latency internet connection. While there are other contenders like OneWeb, Amazon Kuiper, and Viasat in the satellite internet competition, SpaceX's Starlink stands out for several reasons. Starlink utilizes a vast number of small satellites rather than a limited number of large ones. These low Earth orbit satellites circle the Earth at just 300 miles above sea level, enhancing internet speeds and reducing latency. The latest Starlink satellites incorporate laser communication components, enabling signal transmission between satellites and reducing dependence on numerous ground stations. SpaceX aims to deploy around 40,000 satellites, ensuring extensive and reliable satellite coverage globally. The advantage of Starlink being a subsidiary of SpaceX is notable, as it allows frequent satellite launches, a crucial aspect for consistent service. Unlike other satellite internet providers facing challenges in arranging frequent launches due to high costs, SpaceX, with its diverse projects like Starship and Crew Dragon, prioritizes the regular launch of Starlink satellites. Elon Musk has expressed the intention to conduct a Falcon 9 launch almost every week, with a significant portion dedicated to Starlink launches, including those using the upcoming Starship launch vehicles for larger batches and future Starlink 2.0 versions. Satellite mega-constellations like Starlink operate by deploying numerous small satellites, typically in the smallsat class known as CubeSats, ranging from 100 to 500 kilograms in mass. These satellites are launched into low Earth orbit at an altitude of approximately 600 kilometers. The first batch of 60 Starlink satellites, weighing around 230 kilograms each, was launched by SpaceX in May 2019. Originally, SpaceX intended to create a satellite constellation comprising 4,000 cross-linked satellites. However, the current plan has expanded, and the number of satellites in the Starlink constellation has significantly increased beyond the initial estimate. Starlink utilizes advanced technology to enhance its capabilities. According to information from the U.S. Federal Communications Commission, Starlink satellites employ optical inter-satellite communications, digital processing technology in the Ku and Ka bands, and phased array beamforming. While the specifics of the phased array technology were disclosed in the frequency application, SpaceX has kept the details of the optical inter-satellite links confidential. Initially, the early Starlink satellites did not incorporate laser connections, but successful testing of inter-satellite laser connections took place in late 2020. Elon Musk recently outlined plans to streamline the mass production of Starlink satellites, aiming for a significantly lower cost per unit. In an interview, Musk expressed the goal of achieving for satellites what SpaceX has accomplished for rockets. The plan involves addressing both satellites and rockets to bring transformative changes to space. Musk emphasized the importance of smaller satellites in reducing the overall cost of space-based internet and communications. SpaceX, being a newcomer in the satellite communications industry, sought FCC expiration in February 2015 to assess creative applications of the Ka-band spectrum before committing to 5G communications regulations, which might pose entry barriers. SpaceX's non-geostationary orbit communications satellite constellation is designed to operate in high-frequency bands above 24 GHz, where the impact of aggregate interference from terrestrial transmissions is magnified due to lower satellite altitudes. In the realm of internet transmission through satellites, minimizing latency is crucial. Traditional geostationary satellites present a round-trip delay of at least 477 milliseconds, with contemporary satellites often exceeding 600 milliseconds. Starlink, however, operates at orbits 105 to 130 times higher than geostationary ones, resulting in more practical Earth-to-Sat latencies of 25 to 35 milliseconds, comparable to cable and fiber networks. The system utilizes a peer-to-peer protocol deemed simpler than IPv6 and incorporates end-to-end encryption. For orbit racing and station holding, Starlink employs Hall effect thrusters utilizing krypton gas as the reaction mass. While krypton thrusters may exhibit higher flow channel erosion compared to xenon, krypton's abundance and lower market price make it a favorable choice. While many satellite constellations such as Theria, Iridium, Inmarsat, and Globalstar establish direct connections from satellites to phones, Starlink employs a distinctive approach. Instead of a direct satellite-to-phone link, Starlink relies on flat user terminals, approximately the size of a pizza box, equipped with phased array antennas. These terminals dynamically track the movement of satellites across the sky. Positioned anywhere with a clear view of the sky, these user terminals enable connectivity. Elon Musk playfully described these antennas as resembling a UFO on a stick when the first images surfaced in 2020. Often colloquially referred to as Dishy McFlatface or simply a UFO on a stick, these antennas are a crucial component of the Starlink system. Starlink's self-pointing antennas, when activated, rapidly scan the sky and align with the nearest overhead satellite, ensuring a stable connection, provided the ambient temperature is below 122 degrees Fahrenheit. The terminal seamlessly maintains this connection as new satellites enter the field of view, and the previous ones fade beyond the horizon. Equipped with motors, Starlink terminals autonomously adjust their angle to optimize their view of the night sky, ensuring continuous connectivity. SpaceX operates at least 32 ground stations in the United States, with approvals for more in the future. Utilizing the Ka band to communicate with ground stations, a standard Starlink ground station consists of 9 2.86-meter antennas within a 400 square meter fenced-off area. According to filings, SpaceX plans to install the ground stations on-site at Google data centers globally, expanding the network of gateways crucial for connecting with Starlink satellites and integrating them into existing fiber optic infrastructure. A user's home antenna connects to a passing Starlink satellite, establishing a link with a nearby gateway for service. Currently, customers need a ground station within 500 miles of their location, along with their own antenna for connectivity. However, Starlink is actively developing technology to enable direct communication between satellites using lasers. This advancement could eliminate the need for local ground stations, allowing satellites to communicate at the speed of light, faster than fiber optic cables. After deployment by a Falcon 9 launch vehicle into an initial parking orbit around 270 miles above Earth, each Starlink satellite unfolds its solar panels and gradually disperses around the planet. Using onboard rockets, the satellites progressively elevate themselves to a final orbit about 100 miles above the International Space Station's orbit, with their brightness diminishing as they ascend, reflecting less sunlight back to Earth. Unlike traditional communication satellites for TV, which utilized higher orbits for broader coverage, Starlink satellites operate in low Earth orbit. This closer proximity to Earth allows them to provide high-speed internet services, especially in rural and remote areas. As Starlink continues to launch more satellites, it aims to achieve global internet connectivity, addressing challenges in underserved regions. The expansive coverage potential of Starlink extends beyond Earth, with considerations for facilitating internet communications on Mars in the future, aligning with humanity's potential terraforming efforts on the Red Planet. What are your thoughts on Starlink's mega-constellation? Do you believe it can deliver internet connectivity worldwide? Share your opinions in the comments below, and make sure to spread the video among your friends. Don't miss out on more exciting content. Subscribe to Superstructures now. Thank you and goodbye!